My sister tried to steal my promotion announcement at my own party. I had already moved the goalposts. I have worked in the same architecture firm for 9 years. The promotion I received to senior partner was not a surprise to anyone who had been paying attention to the trajectory of my career, but it was the culmination of work that had been sustained and deliberate and had required sacrifices I had made without complaint and without the expectation that anyone outside the firm would fully understand their weight. When my managing partner called me into her office on a Thursday afternoon and made the offer formal, I sat across from her and felt something so complete and so earned that I did not trust myself to speak immediately. I planned a celebration dinner for the following Saturday. Not large, 20 people, a restaurant I had been wanting to visit for 2 years, a private room booked 3 weeks in advance. The guest list included my closest friends, my partner Theo, 3 colleagues who had been alongside me through the significant moments of the 9 years, and my family, which included my sister Ingrid. Ingrid and I have a relationship that I would describe as loving and genuinely competitive in a ratio that shifts depending on the circumstances. We are 14 months apart in age and have spent our adult lives in adjacent professional worlds. She works in urban development, I in architecture, close enough that comparison has always been available as a dynamic, and that Ingrid has always been somewhat more drawn to it than I have. I do not say this with malice. It is simply an accurate description of a pattern I have observed across decades of close contact. 3 days before the dinner, Ingrid called me with news. She had been shortlisted for a significant urban development award, a genuine achievement legitimately worth celebrating, the kind of recognition that her field offers rarely and that she had been working toward for several years. I was pleased for her. I told her so with the sincerity the achievement deserved. Then she said she was thinking of announcing it at my dinner on Saturday since everyone would already be gathered. I held the phone for a moment. I told her I was glad she wanted to celebrate with the people at the dinner and that I thought we should find a moment that belonged specifically to her news rather than attaching it to Saturday, which was already organized around something specific. I suggested dinner the following weekend, same group, my treat entirely hers. She said she thought it would be more efficient to combine the occasions. I said I thought efficiency was a reasonable goal for logistics, but perhaps not the ideal organizing principle for celebrations, and that I would love to host something for her the following weekend. She said she would think about it. I spent the 2 days between that conversation and the dinner making a small adjustment to the evening structure. I spoke with the restaurant and arranged for the managing partner from my firm to say a few words early in the evening, within the first 30 minutes before the main course, before any natural pause in the proceedings that might invite an interruption. I also spoke with Theo and with my closest friend Damaris and told them both without extensive explanation that I wanted the first hour of the evening to move with intention and asked them to help me keep the energy flowing. Ingrid arrived at the dinner with the particular brightness of someone who has decided on a course of action and is managing their own anticipation of it. She was warm and present and engaged, and I watched her across the table calculating the moment the way I had seen her calculate things before, waiting for the natural pause, the cleared throat, the window. My managing partner stood within 25 minutes of everyone being seated. She spoke for 4 minutes with the warmth of someone who had watched 9 years of work and had opinions about it. The room was attentive and generous, and by the time she finished and raised her glass, the energy in the room had the quality of something completed rather than something awaiting interruption. Damaris moved immediately into a toast of her own that she had prepared without my asking, because Damaris has known me for 15 years and had understood from the brevity of my request for her help precisely what the situation required. By the time the main course arrived, the evening had a momentum and a completeness that offered no natural foothold for an addition. Ingrid did not find her moment. I watched her not find it across an evening that was otherwise genuinely lovely. Good food, good wine, people I love in a room together for a reason that was entirely mine. She called me the following morning. Her tone was careful, feeling its way towards something. She said she had not gotten a chance to share her news. I told her I was so glad she mentioned it because I had been thinking about the following Saturday and had already checked with the restaurant about availability, and I wanted to do something proper for her, just for her, and would she let me? There was a pause. She said that was very thoughtful. I said I meant it, and I did. The dinner the following Saturday was hers entirely. I made a toast that was genuine and specific about what her achievement meant, and the room responded with the full attention of people whose energy had not been divided. Ingrid received it with a completeness that I think, quietly, she recognized as the difference between an occasion built for her and an occasion she had borrowed space from. She has not repeated the pattern since. I do not know if she made a decision or simply recalibrated. Either way, the result has been the same, and I have chosen not to examine it further. The promotion has been everything I worked toward it being. The dinner was perfect. Both things happened on their own terms, in their own space, exactly as they deserved to.